Hello and welcome to this new video. Today I will show you how to build a web app or a web page for free. So the hosting is free, the build is free, and you can do it without any skills, very fast with those simple tools that I will show you just right now. So be aware, it will be very quick. So what did I build? What was the end result? So I built this page that I use in my case like almost every day, I can say, or multiple times per week. Until now, I can say at least for Webflow, but this website is for everybody. So if you want to go on it, here is the link. If you want to use it and you are a developer that need SVG to be responsive and to change the color. So this is a one page where you put your SVG here. So you see the code of the SVG. Once you click convert SVG, you see the converted code that you can copy paste, and you have two buttons that appear, that is download and copy the code, and you have a preview here of the SVG, which you can change the color to see if it's working well, and you can see if it's responsive by changing the size of the box here. So this is what I built here in 10 minutes. So what did I do and how do I have it for free, hosted for free? So this is done by GitHub pages. So if you want something really quick, you are a startup or anything you want to do an utility website, you can do the hosting with GitHub pages. I will show you how. But one disclaimer here. This is for very simple stuff. Here, this page, so it's one single page, so you can do multiple pages, okay? But it has to be simple. So it will be a page with just links and stuff that links to other tools or other pages, okay? This has to be very simple, and I didn't host any data here. Okay, there is no CMS, nothing, just a page here. It's the information is hosted on your browser, so I can't see any of your information that you put on the website. And if you build something similar, keep it in mind that it's not for a complex app. Okay, it's really for something quick, something free, something that you want to showcase for your landing pages. If you are, I don't know, freelance or consultant or a startup that just wants a simple presentation before going further. It's really useful to do many type of things outside of getting data here, but you can surely connect it to another CMS, but this is not the video here today. So what tool did I use? I use this tool, and guys, if you are using AI today and in the world of today, if you are coding, if you are a CEO or CTO or whatever, you have to know the Google AI Studio. It's really powerful, and the constraint here is that it doesn't keep the history of your, you have the history here, but you have to allow the Google Drive access. So in my case, it doesn't save for now what I did with it. So for me, it's convenient for the usage I have of Google AI Studio, but this is so great for coding. It's really awesome, guys. And so here, what I did, I had this ID. So I made a prompt, okay, to tell, okay, here is the features that I want, etc. I asked ChatGPT to build a prompt, okay, to organize the prompt. Always do it when you want to code something simple, okay. You give your prompt to ChatGPT. You ask ChatGPT to build a prompt for you that you will copy paste here, and then in only one try, so in 1 minute 30 seconds, I had already a preview of all the functionalities that I wanted. Then I asked styling, okay, with the colors of my brand and a bit more modern style, etc., because it was really simplistic, but it's all AI. I didn't touch anything here, okay, from the first prompt. After that, it was a prompt for styling. And then I asked for a prompt to see if it can drive me about how to implement it into GitHub. Because I told also that I will use GitHub Pages. And so in 10 minutes, everything was set up. So here in GitHub, you have, of course, to create here, you have the repositories. So you create a repositories, a repo in the GitHub slang. Of course, if you want to use GitHub Pages for free, you have to put the repo as public, okay? If it's private, and you can do it, here I let anybody looking at the license, the README, how it's done, so you can copy paste the code, you can improve it, you can ask for improvement also here for this free tool. Okay, there is no ads, nothing, but if you want, you can build one with ads or whatever, but I hate ads and subscriptions, so I did it for everybody and for me mainly. But here it's free, and so for me the GitHub pages are free. But if you want it private, then you will have to pay the GitHub Pro, which is really cheap. It's like $50, $48 per year. So this is really, really cheap if you want something private. So you create your repo. You have, of course, the README, but it's you can let this empty. And you have to create the .html, the script.js, and the style.css. And then Google AI Studio will drive you with your code, because in your prompt, of course, you say that it is to implement into GitHub Pages, and he will tell you, okay, here is the HTML, here is the CSS, here is the JS. I literally just copy pasted, and it works from the first try. It's extremely, extremely simple. And what I added here, if you want analytics, because sometimes we want analytics, you can add simple analytics. And simple analytics is a great tool to implement onto your GitHub pages. So here, how did I implement it? So in the index.html, you have to put, once you subscribe, the code that they will give you, and you can implement it here. Okay, that's it. And of course, you have your script just before the body tag. So basically, that's it. Quick interruption in the broadcast. So here, I want you to know that to create the pages, I told you that it's free, that you have to put the repo into public, and it's in settings here that you have to go, and you have here into pages. Hop, here you have the pages, and then you can set up the GitHub pages. So for me, it's already set up. You have to deploy from a branch, main, root. You see those parameters, and that's it. You can add a custom domain, of course, and then that's it. And then once it's deployed, you can visit the website. Just one thing is that if you make modification, like in 1 minute, you do 3 modifications into your repo in the code, and you want here to be updated, the time it deploys into what we call a CDN, so the time it deploys onto your live website here, it can take 1, 2, 3, 5, up to 10 minutes. So if sometimes you change something and you see any change, for example, I had the problem here, with this link, I forget to add my LinkedIn, for example, and it was just the CDN that needed to spread. So I had to wait like 2, 3, 5 minutes sometimes when I modified something to see the change here. So it's not because it's bugging or whatever, it's just because you have to wait. Of course, it's free, so it's not always instant. That's normal. And this is how you can have this for free and leverage AI to build stuff really easily. Don't forget that you can't vibe code everything. So here, as I said, no data is taken from people. It's not saved, nothing. It's all on the browser. It's really, really simple. If you want to build something more complex, even if you vibe code, ask ChatGPT, an AI, or just Google, or ask someone about the basic of security, how to protect data of the people that will use their credit card or stuff like that on your website, so you don't have stupid hackers that crash your website or get your client's information. And the AI can help you with this type of protection, but you have to make the AI aware of it, and you have to do your own work to go a bit deeper, and yes, to sweat a bit to just have your own documentation on the checkpoints that you have to watch to have an app that is secured. But here, if you want something quick, in 10 minutes, you have your web page built with AI or with your own software, whatever. You can upload a Webflow page that you exported, a Web Studio, whatever you want. You can put it here onto GitHub. So one last thing is that you can do also with Lovable. So I'll show you something quickly. Lovable is, you can sync it with GitHub or with Supabase. Supabase, you can build then a database, so you can build apps that are a bit more complex. And you can also sync with GitHub directly if you don't want to use Google AI Studio. But I prefer Google AI Studio personally. But some people say that Lovable don't do things good sometimes, but here I put a simple prompt, Lovable give me that, and you see it's really like in 3-4 prompts I had this. So the first prompt was really good, and I just asked for styling again, but in just one, literally everything links are working. So the layout was here, and asking for styling, I ended up with this. You see the button is glowing. I never thought about doing something like this myself, but it adds something really with anchor links. And so landing page for my business. You can see here the copy is good generally, honestly, but you can improve it with ChatGPT and personalize it, of course, if you do something similar. But for a first landing page, I just have to change the copy and the images, and it's really, really great quality, honestly. But I would change this, for example, this button. Well, this is my my specialty. I'm a web designer, basically, and now a consultant in web strategy. But for 6 years, I did web design full time. So I would change one or two things, but honestly, for everybody that starts a business, it's more than enough, and it's literally free and super fast, like literally minutes to set this up, and 1 hour if you want to modify the copy and the style a little bit and to connect. Like in 1 hour, you have everything working, and any people that have the capacity of an 8-year-old child today can do it himself, for the basic stuff, of course. Then if you want to put more work, it will be more qualitative as always. But I hope this will help a bunch of you guys. So if you like this kind of tutorials, like, subscribe to not miss the next videos, and see you later. Bye bye.